I used to tell my mom, she says, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, well, garbage man, because I thought it was great. The harder you worked, the better off you were, and quite frankly, more money. I grew up in the Midwest, a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio, Rocky River. Let's just say in high school, I rarely picked up a book. I was more interested in sports and other activities like a lot of people in high school. The studies really took off in college. I knew that the accounting profession provided tremendous learning opportunities. And plus, I liked the fact that even as a relatively young CPA, you were able to begin dealing right with the top of the house. Worked for a company, Ernst & Young, and after that, I had an opportunity to work in the Ronald Reagan administration. I'd always had an interest in politics, certainly would never be brave enough to run for office, but I thought this would position me for my next step in my career, which was Wall Street. So I get to Wall Street, and one of my first clients was a company called U.S. Steel, and there was a gentleman named Al Hillegas, who was one of the executive vice presidents, called me up and said, hey, Dave, let's go and see if we can buy some of these older, closed-down operations. We bought a pipe mill outside of Pittsburgh in McKeesport, Pennsylvania. We hired approximately 2/3 of the people that U.S. Steel had running that same mill, and we put in a monthly production bonus. After 4 or 5 months, we were beating all production records that mill had ever achieved. And then we did what really, I think, jump-started my career. We built a greenfield pipe mill on the northwest side of Houston. And that was a roaring success. And by that project, we said, why are we paying monthly production bonuses? Let's pay weekly production bonuses. And that's what I've done ever since. That led to developing a reputation for financing steel projects. And I got a call one day from a gentleman who said, hey, we'd like to build our own flat-rolled steel mill. And so that company, called Steel Dynamics, we raised $385 million. So successful, we quickly doubled it. We then took it public. And today, Steel Dynamics is still, year in and year out, one of the most profitable steel mills, not only in North America, but the world. And so on Steel Dynamics, I started getting a taste of not just financing the project and walking away, but being an owner of the project and also being involved not in day-to-day management, but certain management responsibilities. And that led to 14 or 15 mini mill projects, primarily in North America, but also over in Southeast Asia. I also had the opportunity to work closely throughout my career with another Hall of Fame inductee, John Careni. John and I really for 20 years just took the steel industry by storm, and we came to Arkansas looking to put a brand new flat-rolled mini mill in place. We told the state we're going to invest $1.3 billion. We're going to create 500 jobs, and we bought a 1,300-acre site in northeast Arkansas and began building the mill. At that time, Big River Steel was the largest industrial investment in the state's history. We doubled it, put another $700 million in. We're looking to take the company public, and I got a knock on my door from U.S. Steel, my first steel client when I was a young punk on Wall Street. So here they are, 30 years later, calling up and saying, hey, Dave, we'd like to partner with you on Big River Steel. And I explained to their CEO we had all the capital that we needed. And a month or so later, I got another call. Hey, we really would like to be your partner. And the number was a little higher. By the time we got the third call, the number was quite exciting. And I said, well, maybe we do need a partner. So the board of directors called one day and said, Dave, we want to come down and meet with your managers. And I said, well, that's going to be a short meeting. They said, what do you mean? I said, we don't have managers. We have doers. I have a goal every year. I want to have the highest paid steel workers in the world, yet I want to have the lowest labor cost per ton of steel, which means keep our head count low, get rid of all the bureaucracy, get rid of all the layers of management, so you've got profits, productivity, and that leads to what I call the third P and the most important P, which is pay. I don't get paid a dime of money until my employees get paid. It's a recipe for success. But remember, If you don't create the right can-do culture, take no prisoners attitude, even with those 3 pillars, you're not going to be successful. High Bar, the company that we're currently operating and getting ready to double in size, the demand for our product is through the roof, and it's amazing to me. I go all around the world giving speeches and talking about the steel industry. I frequently say, Arkansas is a great place to do business, but Arkansas is a really, really, really great place to do steel business. We've recently developed some partnerships with Arkansas State University and partnerships with the University of Arkansas. So Arkansas will continue to be a big agricultural state. It'll continue to be an entrepreneurial state, but it has become a steel producing state as well. And I'm just thrilled to have been able to play a small part in that development. And to be able to sit here today and talk about my induction into the Hall of Fame, it's quite humbling and greatly appreciated.